from English language instructor from FEBU. For those who joining us for the first time through Microsoft Teams on your right side, right side, if you click on the panel, that there'll be meeting chat. So if you have any questions or response, you can go and chat there. Okay, so what I'm going to be talking about today, the topic for my session is on verb forms in tenses. It's only 1 hour session, and therefore what I'll be doing is we are going to go through a review before we go and focus on one aspect of grammar. The reason I wanted to do this because all courses, all English courses, all courses in USIM, that requires some sort of writing in English can benefit from knowing a little bit of knowledge, grammar knowledge. Okay, but before we begin, I'm going to switch my camera to sharing my desktop. Okay. As an introduction to our topic today, sorry, there's a lot of distractions here. Okay, so to begin our topic for today, I'm going to share with you a meme that I discovered just this morning. Okay, so we have I think all lecturers will be able to relate to this, even some students as well. We have 4 types of students. The first type is I've done all the assignments. Second type would be I've done all of them, I just finished the first one. And you'd have the third type of student. The first one, I didn't even started. Okay, I haven't even started yet. And you have the fourth one, and I'm sure many of us are able to relate, what we call the most blur one among the whole lot. They are assignments, okay? And the reason I chose this particular meme to share with you, because just within this picture alone, as you can see, we have different verbs, different tenses being used. So if you look at the first picture, I've done all the assignments. This is present perfect tense. Yeah. If you look at the second one, done all of them. I just finished the first one. This is past simple. Okay, similar to this one. I didn't even start yet. Now, bear in mind this is spoken. Yeah, it's speech. So it's you can find short forms and whatnot. So it's quite informal. All right, but in writing, which I will mention earlier on, students have to write in full sentence. Okay. All right, last one, there are assignments. So again, this is what we call present, present simple. And what I'm going to cover today is basically a mixture of all this, a review of all the different tenses, its forms, and its function. Normally in grammar lessons, so for most students who join any English classes, and I'm sure some of us probably we remember in school that whenever we join any English class, what happened is that when the teacher explains to you about tenses, they would go from one tense to another, okay? So what does tense mean? Tense is the time described by a verb shown by its grammatical form. Generally, we have 3 types of tenses. The first one would be the present tense. Next, past tense. And the other one is future tense, okay? So most teachers would inform, all right, whenever you learn grammar, we go tense by tense according to the timeline. So we talk about the present tense first, we talk about the past tense first, and we talk about the future tense. But I may have a little bit of shortcut for you so that you'll be able to remember forms easier. For today, by the way, I'm only talking about form. Form meaning what does it look like? Yeah, but for your information, especially USIM students, whenever you learn grammar, it doesn't matter whether you want to learn English grammar, BM, Arabic, okay? You must learn what it looks like. That will be form. Secondly, what is the function, meaning what is the use? Why do we use that particular tense? Yeah. Then we'll be able to understand how to use it, what it looks like, and the accurate usage. All right. So first and foremost, and this is quite common. So normally when we talk about in classes, when we learn tenses, they will talk about these three. Okay, these are the present tense. Present simple, present continuous, present perfect continuous. Then you learn the form and they will mention the function. When do we use this, for example? Okay. Next, we are going to learn the past tense. Same thing. Past simple, past continuous, past perfect continuous. Okay. So as you can see, same. 4. Next, future. So future simple, future continuous, future perfect continuous. All right, but my shortcut, what I do is, I'm going to show you a slide. Let's go and lump these together. For example, the simple tenses, the continuous tenses. Continuous, in some books, they call it progressive. It means the same, okay? And the next one would be the perfect tenses, and the other one would be the perfect continuous. Okay, so far so good. I hope you can, if let's say my slides freeze, please tell me, okay? All right, so let's look at simple form. We have present simple, past simple, future simple. Okay, so the verb form, subject-verb agreement applies to present simple. All right, so what does subject-verb agreement mean? I think some of us are familiar with this, so let's revise and refresh. It means that whether the subject is singular or plural, okay, singular meaning one, plural meaning more than one, the verb will take its own form. For example, Ani is singular and walks is the verb, yeah, with an S because verb comes with an S because the subject is singular, okay? In contrast, if you look at a subject that is plural, for example, children, the singular for that is child. Walk without an S, okay? Now, for today alone, because it's only one hour lesson, by the way, like I mentioned earlier on, we are only going to look at form, all right? But please bear in mind, as in order for us to master grammar, you have to know function as well. So it's different, okay? And this is the most basic one, and I'm sure most of us understand the difference between present simple and past simple, okay? Because past is meant to talk about something that has an action that has finished, okay? In contrast, if we talk about future, meaning it can be something that is a projection, predicted, or a planned activity. All right, so these three are the foundation for the tenses. Okay, so now it's slightly different. If you look at what I showed earlier on, they look at from one time to another. For example, we look at all present, and we look at all past, and we look at all future. Okay, but we are now looking at the verb form. Okay, there's a reason why I lump this together. So if you look at continuous or progressive form, look at the verb form. Because of the word continuous or progressive, okay, what happens is you're going to have verb be plus present participle. Present participle meaning the verb will be in ing. Verb be would be is or are. For past continuous, the verb to be would be was or were. And same thing, present participle. So the reason I lump this together because it's much easier, inshallah, for us to remember. Continuous means the verb with an ing. Okay? To form present or past continuous, it has to be verb to be. If it's present, it's is are. If it's past, it's was were plus present participle, meaning verb in ing. For example, present continuous. I'm doing my homework. Okay, so doing is the present participle, verb ing. Sufyan is doing his homework. The children are doing their homework. Why are? Because subject-verb agreement. The subject is plural. Okay? Now, so for continuous, everything has verb with ing. So present, past, future, you have present participle, verb ing. In front, verb to be. So if it's present, is or are. If it's past, was or were. Okay? Now, what about future? Future, we will be using will because this has not happened yet. It's planned activity, maybe it's projection, okay? So Sufyan will be doing. Same thing, because it's continuous, we have the present participle. So, but now, instead of using is, are, or was, were is only meant for past, is, are is meant for present. Now we'll be using will be. Okay, and it's regardless whether the subject is singular like Sufyan or plural like children, both is okay. You don't have to change. The difference between this and these, okay, these two, is for singular subject, are is for plural subject. Plural meaning more than one. Okay, was is for singular subject. Were is for plural subject. Okay, so this is continuous or progressive form. ing. Look at perfect form. And you can see it has the same trend. For perfect form, present perfect tense, this is the verb form. Has or have. Why? Because has for singular, have for plural. Past participle, same thing. Past perfect tense, past participle. Future perfect, past participle. Okay? So the only difference would be the auxiliary verb in front. Has or have, depending on the subject. For example, my sister has. Why? Sister is singular. People have not traveled to Mars, planet Mars. Why have? Because people is plural. Okay? But had is much simpler. You can use for both singular or plural subject. Okay? But talking about singular or plural subject, for I and you, the pronouns, it's special, okay? So even though I and you is considered singular, I mean I, me alone, you alone, but it takes a plural verb, okay? I have, we don't say I has. You have, not you has, okay? So that is what we call special exceptions. Okay, same thing, future, similar, will, okay? Same thing, past participle. Okay, so past participle is actually a form of a verb, all right? And it can be within regular or irregular verb. Okay, but I'm only going to go through this in a brief review. But if you are interested, I can explain further. Okay, but what I'm trying to say here is that if you lump the verb forms together, you can see they have a certain pattern. Okay, so for continuous, you can see verb to be or auxiliary verb plus present participle, meaning the verb in ing. If it's perfect form, you will have the auxiliary verb because perfect, it's has, have, or had, that's it, okay? Has, have, or had, plus past participle, and that is true for all three, present, past, and future, okay? Now, for future perfect, will, after will, it needs to be basic or root verb. So will have, it's not will has, okay? All right, so same thing. Now, let's look at the other one, the continuous perfect form. So now we have continuous form plus the perfect form. So continuous, the verb would be with ing. Perfect would be with has, have, or had. Okay, so same pattern for all, present, past, or future. Has, have plus been plus present participle, meaning verb with ing. Has, had, past. Had plus been plus present participle, meaning verb with ing. Okay? So future perfect continuous will have been teaching. Okay? So either going to have, I'm sorry, this is an error, typo. This is will. I'll go and correct this. Plus, or going to plus have been and then present participle. Present participle meaning verb with ing. So all similar pattern. Okay. This inshallah will help you to remember better. The most basic that we should understand is the auxiliary verb. Okay, because auxiliary verb is evident in most tenses. This one, verb to be or verb to be. Okay. Auxiliary verb. Okay, so what are those? It can be am, is, are, was, were, being, been, does, for do, does, do or did, have, has, have, had or having. Okay, so these are the auxiliary verbs and we normally use this if, let's say, Sarah is a beautiful girl. There's no action verbs in here. Is the auxiliary verb, okay? And if we say Sarah was a beautiful girl, meaning now we're using past tense, it serves a different meaning. So when we talk about meaning, it becomes function, the usage. All right. So just to recap, we have three types of tenses: present tense, past tense, and future tense. So for present tense, this is how we lump it normally together without putting the verb forms in one category. Okay. So when we talk about present tense, we present simple, present continuous, present perfect continuous. Same thing. Past tense, you will see the same thing. Past simple, past continuous, past perfect continuous. Future simple, future continuous, future perfect continuous. So same verb form for three types of tenses. All right. So, and they all share the same structure. That's the thing that I would like to mention to you. Okay. Now, shall we begin? We'll do a little bit of practice. Okay. Okay. So for students, how to join? Okay. Now, I would encourage everyone to try this quiz. So you can go to Teams here. There are two ways for you to do it here. Click on Join Quizzes here. Okay, so I have actually included this tab in English online course. So you can either join through Microsoft Teams in the tab that I have provided, or you can use your web browser. Okay, if you can't see, click on here, enter game code here. Okay, so can everyone do that? Okay. All right. Another way for you to join, if you want to go and join via web browser, you can type www.join.quizzes, quizzizz.com. Okay? So you can join either through the web browser, but you have to type the, let me share my screen. You have to type the URL address, or you can click on the tab in Microsoft Note. Okay? So either use any device, you can use your handphones and whatnot. And enter game pin. Okay, so let's try this practice. Don't worry if you get it wrong. We'll have a review. Sloth, Husna, Alicia, Abbas. Ada robot join. Okay, good. 75. It's okay. We'll wait for a few minutes. I'll wait for you. So this quiz is on what I talked about earlier on. Okay. So it's only 7 questions. Just a review of what we discussed earlier on. 88. Well done. 89. All right, so regardless of the device you'll be using, either your handphone or laptop, questions would be displayed there on your device. Okay, so it's slightly different from Kahoot. It's very different from Kahoot. Kahoot, you have to look at the screen and you press the options on your device. For this one, the options are displayed. They are displayed on your device, okay? So for my screen, you will see the score. Okay, 99. Oh, 100. Turmeric by Nissan. Wafia. Kreatif nama korang. Turmeric tu kunyit. Okay, are we ready? Shall we start? I'm sorry, I forgot. Cannot hear you. It's very weird sometimes talking to myself. Okay, shall we start? Oi, 108.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Hang on. So we still have students joining. Alhamdulillah, we have a lot of participants this morning. Okay, ready? 110. All right. Don't worry. I have 3 quizzes for us to attempt today. Okay. And I'll be sharing my slides, my Prezi, not my pizza, my Prezi, on Microsoft Teams files. But for the time being, I would appreciate if you can focus on what I'm sharing for now. Okay. So this is a revision or review of what we discussed earlier on. A good refresher course. Okay, let's begin. All right, those who just joined us, probably you can mute your microphone. Thank you. Okay, let's begin. Still. All right, go. You can take your time. Okay. Okay, there's something wrong with the connection. Are you able to enter? There's only 48.
Yes.
Yeah, you're in, eh?
Yes.
There's something wrong on my end, probably.
There's 151 players.
Really? Oh, it only
Yes.
states here 48. I think it takes time. Okay, so while my laptop is thinking whether to update itself or not, shall we begin? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's stop there and spend a few minutes on going through the questions together. Students, I would like you to unmute your microphone, okay, and attempt these questions with me, and then we'll go and check the leaderboard. All right, students, can okay, where were we? All right, doctor, singular, plural, singular, is
Singular.
the dogs are brown. Dogs is
Yeah.
plural, more than one. Okay. Is he singular? He a good soccer player? Is he a good soccer player? Doctors, meaning more than one doctor. Are.
Yes.
Okay. Finally, I
Teacher,
hear
we
your
can
voice.
see the teacher.
Yes, I don't see the screen.
I'm sorry.
Teacher, we can see your screen.
The
We just see
question.
your face.
The
Okay.
question.
The
Boleh?
Yes.
question.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
can't
Sorry about that.
see.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Teacher, it's okay.
Every time I do one thing, dia tendang another thing. Okay? Kena sabar
Right.
dengan teknologi ni. Okay.
Right.
It's
So
okay.
she is
Teacher,
my
take your
English
time.
teacher. Are
Yes.
are the children
Are.
happy? Yes. Hasna is
Yes.
my
Is.
student.
Is.
Ahmad and I
Are
are
not.
the
Are.
students.
That's
Where
right.
Is.
is the
Is.
doctor singular?
Is.
The
Singular.
dogs
The dog.
are
Are.
because plural.
Yes. Stop.
Okay?
Mm.
So he is
Is.
singular.
Is.
Is.
Good. Is. Where
Where
Are the
are
are the
Where
Ah.
are the
the
doctors?
is.
The book
Is.
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 only one
Because
book.
there's
My
no
shoes
S there.
are
Are.
where?
Ah.
Are.
Sarah
Lara.
Sarah
Sarah
is.
is. So far is when do we use am class? When do we use am?
Present tense.
We're
Present
using
tense
I.
for
Yes,
pronoun
present tense.
I. Yes, present tense for pronoun I. Okay?
I.
Itu
I.
saja.
Okay.
Yes.
Pronoun I.
Understand.
So far is am tak ada lagi.
Madam, we can't hear you.
What is that?
Siapa menurut saya ni? Oi. Langkah.
Kita
Calm
mute
down,
sendiri,
teacher.
teacher.
Ha?
Kita mute sendiri.
Ha? Termute sendiri Betul
Automatic.
Orang tekan ke? Tak ada. Okey lah. Okey, tak apa. I trust you.
Ada orang sabotage ke?
Itulah, ada je nak hijack. Jadi bersyarah Okay. A few more and then we end the class. Luiza, hello? Luiza, singular, friends, plural. Okay? The cat is. Good.
Table.
The teacher
Teacher
is. Only one teacher. Student. All right, last question. I
am.
My sister
Room.
is. Okay. Well done. Alhamdulillah. Let's look at the winners. Okay, you can put your microphone. Okay. Here we go.
Thank you, madam.
All right, so this is your score. Nada Sarah, congratulations. Khair, second. Alia, third. Fantastic. Well done. Okay. So I end my session there. Do we have any questions? Let me look at the chat. No questions? Okay. So this is our lesson for today. Thank you for joining me.
Madam.
And
Thank you,
I'll see
madam.
you.
Thank you, madam.
Madam.
Take care.
Fasting,
Okay,
madam.
stay safe, take care.
Thank you, Miss Yu.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Selamat kuliah.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, dah lah.
Besok hadir kelas saya pula ya.
Esok kelas doktor pula.
Baik.
Okay. Jangan hilang. Alright, thank you for the feedback. The quizzes are interesting. Thank you. I hope it helps, yeah?
Okay, madam.
Okay, thank you so much everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. You can hang up.
Waalaikumsalam.